Nowadays, we have the luxury of being able to watch whatever we want, whenever we want, and wherever we want because of streaming services. And if we want, we can also drive over to the movie theater to watch films while enjoying snacks. Now imagine you want to see a film, but the only way to see it is walking to a box in the outside world, where you're gonna probably have to wait to watch it because of other people, and there's also no sound or any color. Well, the first ever film of sorts was created in 1891 on what is called a kinetoscope, which was basically a giant box that weighed over 1,000 pounds, where you'd put your eye up to a hole in the box and look in and watch the very short film. The next evolution was in 1895 and was called a cinematograph, which functioned as a camera and printer as well as a projector. It was much more practical because it was hand cranked, lightweight, and relatively portable. So instead of having to walk to specific places, you could take your film elsewhere. As film continued to grow, permanent film theaters were starting to be built. These theaters were called Nickelodeons. No, not that Nickelodeon, although that is where the company got its name from, as a reference to the admission price only being a nickel. This took place from 1904 to 1908 and was called the Nickelodeon Craze because around 9,000 Nickelodeons were built in this time period. Theaters really grew from the 20s to the 50s when they started building comfortable seats and big screens and integrating air conditioning, as well as most other things that are common nowadays. TVs then rose to be common in the 50s, which helped cinema but not theaters so much. Then in the 70s to basically the early 2000s, VHS became extremely popular and actually put theaters in kind of a slump. After VHS came DVDs in the late 90s and then eventually streaming services, which we all use now. So overall, quite the impressive transformation.